Welcome back to OT Sports. I just want to start it off by saying thank you guys for the support on our last video, NBA Playoff Watch. We got about 40 views, and I know it really isn't that much, but it means a lot to me. Just 'cause I've been doing this for a couple months now, so to finally see a little bit of progress, it feels good. Um, So yeah, I just want to say if you're new around here, I do college basketball and NBA. I also do college football, and I'm gonna try and do NFL for this next season. I didn't really do it much this year, but I'm gonna try and do it next for the next upcoming season. And I'm also gonna start doing some baseball content now. My baseball knowledge is not very much. I'm mostly a casual fan. I'm not like a diehard fan or anything. So I honestly I could probably name um, only a couple players on each team. So, but I'm gonna try and keep up the season, and I'm gonna start learning some some more players on these teams' rosters. Now, my I'm a Cubs fan. My Cubs are supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be pretty decent this year. They haven't started out great, but I think they're supposed to be pretty decent. I mean, they got Dansby Swanson. I know they got Cody Bellinger. He's not as good anymore, but they did pick up Eric Hosmer and Trey Mancini. They also still have Nico Horner, Ian Happ, and Seiya Suzuki will be coming back from injury. Kyle Hendricks is also injured. They did lose Wilson Contreras, but um, I still think they should be not horrible. They do also still have Patrick Wisdom. I forgot about him. So yeah, this is gonna be um, a new series we're gonna start doing. Don't know how often really we're gonna be doing this, but it's called MLB All Around. This is the first episode of it. I'm excited. I'm excited for this baseball season. I like the pitch clock. I think it speeds up the game, which is good because baseball games typically take a very long time. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to start doing baseball content around here. So yeah, this is MLB All Around. Um, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. We have um, three different segments, I guess you could say, in this video. So let's just get into it. So first off, um, we got the standings overview. We're gonna start out with the American League standings. Um, Obviously, it's not very much as of right now. Um, these are the standings based off of April 4th at before any of the games today. So these were the standings before any of the games today on April 4th. Obviously, they're going to change and teams are going to shift around and stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's not many games to base off of right now, but these are the standings currently. So starting out in the AL East, this is a pretty good division. I've heard uh, at least all of these. I mean, all these teams are supposed to be at least decent. I know the Rays are good, the Yankees are good, the Blue Jays are good, the Orioles are pretty good actually. They're not horrible, and I think the Red Sox are okay. And the Rays start out 4-0 for the first time in franchise history. They've been looking good. They've been looking good. The Yankees, uh, I mean, their roster is stacked. They, I think Giancarlo Stanton though hasn't been good this year so far. It is only the second series, so like, second series of the season. Opening day wasn't even a week ago. So there's no need to overreact, and they're still 3-1. It's a great record. The Red Sox and the Orioles both sitting at 2-2. And then the Blue Jays at 1-3. I do think the Blue Jays will be able to turn it around. They got some good players. I believe they have George Springer and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Um, I know they have other guys. I'm gonna learn their names eventually. But as of right now, I don't know. I don't know really all that much. Again, I'm learning. This is gonna be my year where I get back into baseball. So I'm gonna learn. So just stick with me. I promise you I'll get better throughout the season. Um, but yeah, the Blue Jays are supposed to be pretty good, so I'm not really worried about them. Um, so yeah, um, that is the AL East for you. Going to the NL or the AL Central. At the top, we got the Twins. I know they're supposed to be really good this year. They got some good pitchers. I think uh, they have Sonny Gray. I know that. I don't know if he's all that great, but I know they do have Carlos Correa and Byron Buxton, who those two are really good hitters, really good players. Carlos Correa is probably, if not the best shortstop in the league right now. He is really good. Um, and I mean the Twins, they have a really good roster on paper. Um, the Guardians also have a really good team. They have Shane Bieber and I think they have one other pitcher, but I forgot his name. Um, they do have um, Jose Ramirez. He's probably their best. I mean, I think he's their best player. They have Josh Bell as well, and Ahmed Rosario. He's good too. So they got some pretty good players. Um, yeah, the Guardians have been looking good this year. The White Sox. Uh, I know they have lost some guys. They lost Jose Abreu. That's a big loss. But they still have a really good pitching core. They have Dylan Cease, Lucas Giolito, Lance Lynn, um, Mike Clevenger, and I don't know who their fifth guy is. Um, but Michael Kopech, yeah, he's really good. The White Sox, they're a, if they can stay healthy, they're a dangerous team. But uh, if they can't stay healthy, they could be in some trouble. They have Luis Robert and Tim Anderson, one of the best shortstops in the league. They've been looking all right. They had an opening series against the Astros. They split with. Um, I don't know. I think they're probably gonna finish around the middle of this division though. The Royals and the Tigers, I don't know anything about. I know they're supposed to be bad. That's really it. The AL West is fun because you got the Rangers with new addition Jacob DeGrom. Um, I know they gave him a lot of money to go there. And they have Corey Seager, Marcus Simeon. So they got a pretty decent team. They could be sneaky good. Um, I like the Rangers. They've been looking good. My favorite team besides the Cubs is the Los Angeles Angels. Just 'cause I love Shohei Ohtani. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't love him. He's great. Um, I mean, he's a pitcher and a hitter. Like, and yeah, he's probably gonna win MVP. He's definitely the best player in the league in my opinion. Hitting and pitching in this age, I mean, you never see that. I mean, I don't really know. I know Babe Ruth did it, but I don't know if anyone else did it before. You guys can let me know. Uh, I just want to remind you, once again, I'm a casual fan, and I don't know really anything about baseball, about the rosters and the teams. This is my year. I'm getting back into it though, so I'm gonna learn. So you guys let me know some things I forgot in the comments. Uh, yeah, but uh, they have the Angels have Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, obviously two of the best players in baseball. And they have um, Hunter Renfroe. Taylor Ward's good too. Um, and they have that one guy that just got suspended. I forgot his name. Blanking on the name. He just got in a fight with an A's fan, and I saw the video. I thought it was pretty funny. Um, Anthony Rendon, yeah, he's really good. I think he had an off year last year, but he is a good player. Um, I believe he'll have a good year this year. The Astros, I mean, they won the World Series last year, so are probably, if not the favorite, to probably one of, if not the favorite um, to win the World Series this year. Uh, they got Luis Garcia, Christian Javier is good as their, and they have Framber Valdez, all really good pitchers. They got Jose Abreu now, Alex Bregman still, uh, Jordan Alvarez, probably their best player. I would say he is. Kyle Tucker, uh, they did lose some guys. They've lost a lot of guys over the years, but it seems they always get good replacements for them, and they always seem to come back and still be good. The A's, I don't know if I could tell you anyone on the A's. They have Jesus Aguilar. That's the only person I know. The A's are supposed to be really bad this year, so yeah. The Mariners are supposed to have a good year this year. They made the playoffs last year as a wild card team, and most people are taking them to be second in this division. Right now they're at the bottom, but I mean it is. They've only played 5 games. But they have Julio Rodriguez. Uh, he's only 22 years old and he's really good. Teoscar Hernandez as well. I forgot about him. Um, but yeah, their team's pretty good. I don't know any. I don't think I know any. Oh, they have Luis Castillo. That's the only pitcher I know as of right now. They probably they probably have better pitchers than Luis Castillo. I don't know if he's their ace. I just remember a couple years ago when I actually was in baseball still. He used to be on the Reds. He was really good. Um, but yeah, that's the AL standings overview. Now moving on to the NL here. Uh, in the NL East, we got the Braves at the top. One of the World Series favorites, and I really like the Braves. They have a really deep, strong roster with Spencer Strider and Max Fried as their two really good starting pitchers. They do have Charlie Morton. He's not horrible. He's getting up there in age, but yeah, they have a really deep team. Travis, I don't know how to say his last name. DeArnaud. I don't know how to say it, but he's good. Ozzy Albies, really good player. Matt Olson, Austin Riley, uh, Ronald Acuna Jr., Marcell Zuna, Eddie Rosario. I mean, this team is stacked. Kevin Pillar also. He's probably those guys are probably coming off the bench. One of them, but I mean, their roster is just really strong. But they are in probably I would say the hardest division. It's either the AL East, the AL West, or the NL East. This division is very strong. Because of a team like the New York Mets, they they've been looking good this year. They are 3-2, but I mean, they did just get Max Scherzer in I think free agency. I don't think they traded for him. They do have Justin Verlander as well. I know he did just get hurt. And they still got Pete Alonso, Eduardo Escobar, Francisco Lindor. I don't know if he's been good there. I haven't. I don't know. Jeff McNeil also. Starling Marte, Brandon Nimmo. Uh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at the rosters for all these teams right now. I'm just naming the players that I have heard of. I don't know much about them. Um, yeah. But the Mets have been looking good. The Nationals, on the other hand, are supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. And that's crazy. With a 1-3 record, they're still in third place of this division. And I was just saying how this division's probably going to be the one of the best divisions. I still believe it. Um, but I mean, the Nationals have really got nobody on their team. Um, I mean, I don't know if I've heard of any of these guys. I've heard of Patrick Corbin, I think. I think. But he's one of their pitchers. But the Nationals haven't been looking good. Neither have really the Marlins. I do know a couple guys on the Marlins. I know I have Sandy Alcantara. I believe he won the Cy Young last year. I'm not. If he didn't, he was really close to. And they have Jesus Luzardo as well as one of their pitchers. They got a fun lineup. They got Yuli Gurriel, Gene Segura, I know. Jazz Chisholm, I know. Jorge Soler, I also know. Um, and Avisel Garcia. They got a fun team. I would expect them to probably finish fourth, but they could be a sneaky good team. The Phillies starting off 0-4 is shocking, cause they did just make the playoffs, or not the playoffs, but they made it all the way to the World Series last year. And they got a good team, Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola as their 1-2 punch there. They got probably the best catcher in the league with JT Real Muto. Um, and they got Trey Turner, one of the best shortstops in the game. Uh, and I mean, they've got a lot of big names. Um, Trey Turner, JT Real Muto, Nick Castellanos, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. Uh, it's just last year they barely made the playoffs as a 6 seed. This team is made to win in the playoffs, but I could see them struggling in the regular season. I could honestly see them missing the playoffs. I wouldn't be shocked. Their run differential right now is the worst in the league at -25. They're gonna need to figure some things out because they have not been looking good at all. Um, so moving on to the NL Central, the Reds have been looking decent. I've A lot of people were saying they were going to be last in this division. Uh, Nick Lodolo is their best pitcher, I believe. Um, they really don't have much guys I know. I know Will Myers, but that's really it. I've heard of Jonathan India. I don't know if he's all that good. But the Reds, yeah, I mean they've been looking good too. They haven't. They are 3-1. Um, I'm kind of shocked they are. They haven't played a road game yet, so let's see what happens there. Once they do get on the road. The Brewers have also been looking good, 3-1. They did lose opening day to the Cubs, but they haven't lost since. They've got some really good pitchers with Corbin Burns and with Brandon Woodruff. They also have Freddie Peralta. He's not bad. And Wade Miley, not a horrible pitcher either. Uh, they did get Willie Adames and William Contreras. Wilson Contreras' brother. Um, he's a good hitter. They still have Christian Yelich. He did have a really bad year last year. Um, I, I don't know. I would expect him to be a little bit better this year. But I don't really know. They also have Jesse Winker. I know that guy. I've heard of him. Um, so yeah, the Brewers have been looking good. They got a lot of pitchers. They'll be scary to face in the 3-game series. The Cardinals have probably the best hitting lineup, but one of the worst pitching lineups. Their best pitcher is Jack Flaherty, and I've heard some things, and he doesn't sound all that great. But their lineup is stacked. They got Wilson Contreras, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt. Um, those are really the only people I've heard of, but I know they have a really strong hitting lineup. So them and the Brewers really are the two that could win this division. I think the Cardinals will. That might be a hot take. Well, I wouldn't say it's a hot take. I just trust their hitting. In a lot of games now, because of the pitch clock, I've noticed have been a lot higher scoring than they used to be. Um, so I think the Cardinals will be able to outscore some teams. The Pirates, gonna be honest, don't know much about them. Um, um, they have G-Man Choi and Carlos Santana, and oh, they did get back Andrew McCutchen. Is this Cannon Smith and Jigba? Is that Jackson Smith and Jigba's brother? I don't know if that is, but I mean, he doesn't. He looks kind of like him. I would assume that's his brother. I don't know if it is. But so yeah, it's the Pirates. Um, yeah, I don't know much about them. I do know a lot, probably the most about the Cubs, just because they are my team. I know they have Marcus Stroman as their best pitcher, and they also have Justin Steele has been good, Andrew Smiley, but their bullpen's really bad. I'm gonna be honest. Um, I don't really know any of their catchers. I think their best one's Tucker Barnhart. Nico Horner, I know. Eric Hosman, Nick Madrigal, Trey Mancini, Dansby Swanson, Patrick Wisdom, Cody Bellinger, and Ian Happ. I know all those guys. Uh, yeah, I mean, they got a lot of people are saying they would be third in their division. I kind of agree. Their team isn't horrible. Um, Now moving on to the Padres. They have a really stacked lineup with Juan Soto, uh, Fernando Tatis when he comes back, Manny Machado. Um, they do have another guy. If I don't remember his name. Let's see. I know they have more that I know. I'm just forgetting these names here. Uh, so they have Xander Bogaerts. That was the other one. I forgot they got him. They also have Trent Grisham. Um, and they do have Nelson Cruz. They got a lot of bats on that team. They also got Yu Darvish as their ace. Blake Snell's not bad either. And they have Josh Hader in the bullpen. Their team's really strong. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the World Series and even won it. Um, a lot of people think they will. I wouldn't be shocked. The Dodgers have a pretty good team, like they always do. They have Noah Syndergaard, Clayton Kershaw still is there. Dustin May is also pretty good, and Julio Urias, I think that's how you say it. I know he's probably their best pitcher. Pretty sure. Um, They got Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Miguel Vargas, Mookie Betts, Jason Hayward, JD Martinez, David Peralta. I know all those guys. I mean, they have a squad. But I think the Padres will get first in this division. The Giants, I don't know anybody. Neither do the Diamondbacks, and I know the Rockies have Chris Bryant, but they're supposed to suck. So yeah, that's the National League. Now this is the second segment. This is gonna be our weekly top. Oh, it's gonna be our top 10. So these are kind of like power rankings, like how we usually do for other sports. We're gonna try and add some more segments to make it more interesting for you guys. This is our top 10 right now. You can tell me how it looks. Um, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of games, I'm going to be honest. But looking at scores and standings, these are the top 10 strongest teams, in my opinion. I did watch the Rangers play the Phillies. They looked really good. So I maybe put them a little high. Probably. Same with the Angels, just because I like them. But I've been really impressed with the Rays and the Guardians. Also, I debated putting the Guardians ahead of the Twins. I didn't, just because they're undefeated. I'd probably put the Braves a little low. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'd probably have the Braves at 4. Well, actually, I don't know. We'll just keep them there. And the Yankees at 8. So we got the Rays 1, Twins 2, Guardians 3, Rangers 4, Angels 5, Brewers 6, Braves 7, Yankees 8, Mets 9, and Padres 10. I did make this list in school today, so I wasn't fully locked in for this, just because I wanted to get you guys a video today. So yeah, that's my power rankings. This isn't predictions or anything. These are just as of right now. These have looked like the 10 best teams in my opinion. Now these will be your predictions. This is your current playoff picture. I know it's a little early, and this is obviously going to change a bunch throughout the year, but I thought it would be fun. We're going to do this every episode. So yeah, starting off with the Rangers and Yankees. As much as I have been impressed with the Rangers, I like the Yankees here. I believe these are 3 games here, so I'll take the Yankees in 2. Um, I think they'll sweep them here with Garrett Cole, and yeah, I don't know. I just don't see the Rangers really getting that much on the Yankees. The Guardians and the Angels. As much as I want to take the Angels here, I'm going to take the Guardians. I've been impressed with both these teams, but if the Angels can't stay healthy, they're going to be in trouble because Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, and Anthony Rendon, if one of those guys gets hurt, they could be in trouble. So I'm going to take the Guardians here to win that game. The Padres and the Dodgers. This would be a great rematch game. I feel like these two play in the playoffs every year. I'm going to take the Padres to beat them for the second year in a row. I'm really impressed with the Padres roster. Brewers and Mets. Give me the Mets. They have a pretty strong team. I don't think I went over the Mets. Did I go over the Mets roster? I'm not sure if I actually went and looked at their roster. Oh, no, I did. I did. I mean, they also have Edwin Diaz, who's one of their best players. He's been hurt, so I think once they get him back, they would be able to beat the Brewers. Oh, I forgot to. I'll take the Guardians in 3. I think Shohei Ohtani could steal a game. I'll take the Padres in 3, and I'll take the Mets in 3. Now moving on to the second round. The Yankees and the Twins. This is a tough one to pick, but I'm gonna take the Twins. I like that they're undefeated. That's really it. But they got a good team. Then the Guardians, the Rays. I was close. I was back and forth on this one. I did take the Rays for the same reason I took the Twins. I like that they're undefeated. Um, this is okay. I want to say this one more time. This is my first year getting back into baseball for probably Probably for since maybe like the year after the Cubs won the World Series, so 2017, probably 2018, around there. This is the last time I was really into baseball. So, but I'm learning. Trust me, I'll get more reasons as the season goes on. Padres and Reds. I don't like the Reds. I don't think they're all that good. So give me the Padres. Oh, I forgot to do my how many games again. I'll take the Twins in 5, and I'll take the Rays in 5. Take the Padres in 3. I think they'll sweep them. Braves, Mets. This is a really tough one. Give me the Braves. I like their roster. Um, I'll take the Braves in 5. Now, Twins, Rays. Give me the Rays. They've looked impressive to me. Um, and I don't know. I just like the Rays, man. I like their jerseys, their players. They got a they got a pretty good team there. Um, I wish they beat the Dodgers in the World Series that one year, whenever that was. Um, I'm sure you guys are all really upset about how little I know about baseball. I promise you I'll know more by the end of the year. Just you gotta bear with me. I'll get better. I'll get better. Padres and Braves. I like the Padres. They got a really strong, probably the best. What I think, probably the best top 4 hitters in baseball. I mean, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, and Juan Soto on the same team is wild, and that's the same reason I'm taking the Padres again. I just like their team. That's really it. So give me the Padres. Um, so yeah, that's where we're gonna wrap it up today. Um, First episode of MLB All Around. It was a good one. I'll get more baseball knowledge as we go on. Um, I just thought it would be fun, a little something different, and maybe it will become a main part of our channel. If I don't like it, I'll probably stop. But I'm gonna try to keep up with baseball this year. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the increased amount of support. I've been putting a lot more work in to these videos. For getting some ideas, all that stuff. Um, so yeah, like, subscribe if you guys are new around here, and if you enjoyed the video. And there's a Discord link in the description. Um, if you want to appear in my videos, if you want to give me ideas, I'm open to really anything. It would be more fun, I think, for me and for you guys watching, if I had another person to, debate, argue with, talk with, who knows about their stuff. I mean, Connor's great, but really all he knows is NBA. He knows some NFL. Um, but I mean, I know more NBA than he does. Um, but so I mean, yeah, we could always use more help around here at OT Sports. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in either tomorrow or Thursday for another NBA playoff watch episode. I'm gonna try to get Connor back on. We'll see if he cooperates or not. But hopefully. So yeah, I'll see you guys then.